Well, we got what I think is some big Scream 7 news, and I want to tell you all about it, so let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome to a Scream 7 update. I don't do Scream updates that often unless it's something really big. I mean, you could technically do a Scream update probably weekly with all the information and misinformation that goes on X, and even like theories and whatnot, and nothing wrong with that. That's fun. I figured this is a pretty big, decent update. It involves Sydney and the timeline and where 5 and 6 land in all of this. And so I figured let's do a Scream update. And by the way, this is the main channel, but be sure to check out the second channel, Drumdums Xtra, because most of my news updates go over there. I'd say like 95% of the news updates go over there from all things horror. And lately, it's been mostly clips from my Hit the Bricks podcast. We do a stream, me, Davey Deathray, and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. Every other Monday night, we record live, and you guys can be there and witness it all. And then I clip those out, and I kind of just put those, you know, depending on how important the update is and how fast I need to get it out. And sometimes it's just like topical stuff. Like I just put out a clip of a little conversation we were having about horror movies that cross the line, or can horror movies cross the line? And that thing's got like almost 5,000 views now. So it was a pretty controversial and hot button topic that I never expected to skyrocket like it did, but it did. And thank you guys for that. And make sure you are subscribed to Drumdums Xtra if you're not, for all that great stuff and all my horror news on there. You don't just get my opinion, but you get the opinion of those other two guys as well. But we're here to talk about Scream 7. Okay, putting my glasses on because I'm old and I can't see. Scream 7's timeline and location addressed by franchise writer. This is from Screen Rant Hannah Gearin. Scream franchise writer Guy Busick addresses when Scream 7 will fit within the timeline and where it will be set. The Scream movies originally began in 1996 and were led by Neve Campbell's Sidney Prescott. After taking an over decade-long hiatus after Scream 4, the franchise returned for a fifth movie in 2022, also titled Scream. It was then that Busick became attached to the franchise, serving as the writer for both this, Scream 6, and now Scream 7. The upcoming movie is directed by Kevin Williamson. While speaking with comicbook.com, Busick spoke further about the setting of Scream 7. The writer kept it pretty vague as to where and when the seventh film is set. He confirmed that the movie will not be set in New York. There's your first big one. But did not want to be one to spoil where it is. So we don't know the exact location. Could be Woodsboro, who knows. Timing-wise, he thinks that it takes place more than 2 years after the events of Scream 6. More than 2 years after the events of Scream 6. But said that it is ultimately an unspecified amount of time. The Scream franchise is primarily set in fictional Woodsboro, California, but the films also feature additional locations. Scream 6 famously changed franchise tradition by moving out of Woodsboro and instead being in New York City. This led to some big changes in the types of environments featured in the film, such as subways and bodegas. Now, this new detail implies that the location will not be the connective tissue between Scream 6 and its successor, even if the exact setting still remains unknown. The passage of time makes sense given the behind-the-scenes drama surrounding the movie. In 2023, Sam Carpenter actor Melissa Barrera was fired after comments she made online regarding the war in Israel and Palestine were interpreted to be anti-Semitic. Not long after, Tara Carpenter actor Jenna Ortega also left the franchise. Scream 7 will have to find a way to explain the absence of these two Carpenter sisters. Pay attention right here. Even though they survived the events of the 2023 film, a time skip coupled with the location change would be one big way to make this make sense. Yes, if we take place right after, then it would be a little bit muddier as far as figuring out where they are. But you know, going forward in time a couple of years, I don't think people will question it as much. Still reading. Though Scream 7 is less than a year out, this quote is a good reminder of how much it's still unknown about the film. Campbell is confirmed to be returning as Sydney, but even where her character is hiding for the duration of the previous movie remains unknown. The plot is also yet to be revealed, While this can lead to some frustration as audiences grapple with major unanswered franchise questions, this will hopefully create intrigue as to the plot of Scream 7 as it prepares for release on February 27th, 2026. And guys, I saw other articles alluding that the connective tissue being Gale, because Gale was in 5 and 6, and so naturally her being in this movie, she will be that connective thread, and she will be the audience's reminder of what happened in 5 and 6. So I would imagine, Guy Busick, he will write something in there where Gale tells, Sydney what's going on. And who knows, maybe the events of 5 and 6 do still play a major part into this movie. We don't know. Those characters don't necessarily have to be there. And the Scream franchise is known for not depending on one single story narrative. They reach back to as many sequels as they need to. The weeds can get really deep in these plots, especially once you get into the third act. And this movie, we all know, has returning killers in Roman and Stu, and characters that have died like Dewey. And I'm sure I'm missing a few more. I still think they should have kept that stuff under wraps. I don't think we needed to know that. I think a Scream audience is going to be there no matter what. I think Neve Campbell will put those butts in seats, and to find out those nice surprises would be amazing. So it kind of sucks going into this. Yeah, we'll still get claps in the theater when Stu enters the frame, however he does. But man, not knowing and then seeing the movie and then seeing Stu walk into frame, can you imagine the ruckus that would happen in the theater? By the way, guys, be careful on social media. As these news updates start rolling out, you are going to have people trying their best to spoil this movie as this information comes out. There probably will be test screenings coming up pretty soon. I would say within the next couple of months. And once those test screenings come out, it's going to be the Wild West out there. And there's a lot of you that follow Scream updates on X, on YouTube constantly. Just be careful, okay? Sure, there are tons of safe spaces that have been vetted and you guys, you trust. You can come to my channel and many other channels, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you, okay? I probably won't even put out updates on stuff that I think maybe the audience shouldn't know, or at least give you a big, major warning at the beginning of the video. But just be careful. But, that's the meat and potatoes of the update. We will be talking more about this on the next Hit the Bricks. It won't be this Monday because I'm going to be on call on my regular job. But the following Monday, I think that's June 9th, somewhere around there, we will have the next Hit the Bricks. We will dive deeper into this Scream update. And who knows, by then we might get even more updates. All right, so looking forward to hearing Davey and Nick's thoughts. So be sure to jump on the Hit the Bricks live streams. Also, there is a Spotify podcast for it. So yeah, there'll be links in the info box. Be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do FIFA Fridays. Follow me Drumdums on my social. Support me on Patreon. Become a channel member. Buy me a coffee. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out. Do you like scary movies?